Een overzicht uit de kranten dan.
Ve Taksim'de tamamıyla hayat normale döndü.
You can just come and be by the water. You can take a boat.
If you could stop waving for a second.
Also happens to be a newspaper reporter. And
You're asked to call the East Metro auto theft team.
What other artists are going to be joining Bruno Mars during the halftime show? So I'm excited to hear about that.
Make his first appearance. But in this case, LaBeouf did not have that.
Good morning, John and Randy. I can tell you that I just learned that about 35 people.
It's hitting up against the seawall, and also we're worried about that tidal flooding in other areas.
Tonight, some of Mia Zapata's very friends were at the EMP looking toward the future.
Students stunned to learn what this federal complaint... Oh my goodness.
Firefighters say that You're on private property. Fuck.
We have not gotten into the worst part of this storm yet. That is to come a little bit later on tonight. So,
Kim asked her and her supporters to say a prayer for Gina Roberson, who remains hospitalized for a stress-related illness.
Car break-ins are down 28% this year, but he is urging people to keep their doors locked and to continue to communicate.
You know, a lot of these commuters having to deal with losing their home or their car, and that, excuse us for a second, we're having some interference.
Tim, I got to send it back to you in the studio. Every time we turn the camera on, we've just got a lot of idiots getting in our way.
Live in West Hollywood.
Fucking hot.
Whoa! I'm sorry. Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News. Back to you guys.
Police tell us they are still looking for those 8 suspects. Reporting live in Southwest Atlanta, Angelique Proctor.
Let's remember that, of course, he played under Roberto Martinez at Wigan, and at the time, he was very much praiseworthy.
Now, another advantage of this ID system is that the lines are very, very short. The lines are very, very short. And, wait, okay, thank you.
This pub, I've only seen a couple of people leave here in the last hour, and that's because they were going to get bunnies tattoos on their arms, premiership tattoos. So, look, as you can take a look over here.
Ohio State!
It's really a cool environment, guys.
Once the votes and ballots started rolling in from
Good evening, I'm Oprah. Hardest hit spot.
I'm the
Excuse me, madam. Don't bring liquor here.
Drive half the speed limit that you would if you are out on the road, if you have to be on the road. But yeah, I mean, cars parked in the middle of the road. We're seeing it right here all over, and just, you know, dodge those cars in the road. Absolutely.
Opening week when we were here, you didn't believe they beat Georgia. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
I'm believing in number 5, too, the 5th-year senior, Taj Boyd. I think with this crowd, one of the best atmospheres in college football.
Just had a brief lull, one of the first in a long time, but now the wind's kicking back up again. Chad Myers, a meteorologist, CNN, he had said that, oh, there we go. Got some of the hooligans having some fun out there. There it is.
Το λόγο που βρίσκομαι, πολλοί λόγοι υπάρχουν, όχι ένας. Ο Θανάσης δεν ξυπνά, ούτε πρόκειται να ξυπνήσει. Οι Έλληνες κοιμούνται με τα παπούσια στο κρεβάτι.
When it's very gray. Thank you very much. Most sane people. No, hold it together there, Jim. Most sane people would be inside. As you can see, this is not for sane people.
Okay. Esse equipamento causou um curto-circuito, um transformador, e o próprio sistema desligou esses circuitos para que a falha não se estendesse ainda mais.
Ainda há risco de ter mais algum apagão aqui em Pouso Alegre, na nossa região?
Não, o nosso produto ele é exposto. Today he was back as a representative of the Razorback Foundation. Confirmed by a family member telling us that the victim likely will be paralyzed for the rest of his life. He's the sole support of his family. 954-493-TIPS if you have any information. In Lauderhill, I'm Hank Tester, NBC6, South Florida.
Fremont Street here is
the place where locals and tourists alike gather to listen to music. And, you know, people like this, they listen to this stuff all the time. For example, if you see this guy's, you like Michael Jackson too, don't you? Well, as you see, this guy's a little out of control right now, but you can't blame him for that. You know, let's tell you a little bit more about Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
So, basically the deal...
Hi, how are you? It's good. Are you having a good Friday today? Yeah, but we're actually on the air. We're on TV. Yeah, thanks. Right now? Yeah, but thank you. What? Thanks for what? What? You know, it just doesn't get any better than doing this stuff down here at Fox.
This is live TV, Ed. You're rolling with the punch as well.
Anyhow, for the past 4 months, I've been waiting for the Chrysler Concorde to come in.
Ow! 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 That hurts!
He's pulling his tail.
That's the Easter Bunny.
You just can't get this type of entertainment on so many networks. I called my friend Bashan Fatty out at Village Chrysler for many, many times back in December because I've been actually waiting on this car. And you're going to see Concordes all over the road.
Troy talked about how the zombies out here because basically what is left is the people walking around with this glazed look in their eyes and just stumbling. Like this one behind me. Hi, yes. How are you doing?
California.
Oh, very nice to meet you. You know,
49ers.
You're going to do an interview with us?
Sure.
Okay, because we were just talking about here along Bourbon Street and the STD rate that's been going on here. And so how long have you had an STD?
I don't have an STD.
Oh, then why did you want to talk?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Are you serious?
Nothing to be ashamed of right now.
No, I don't have an STD. That's so
okay, yes. Anyway, so I've been taking care of that in my own little way.
49ers.
So, you can see what I've been having to deal with out here.
Different atmosphere here in this pub now than there was when we got here at 8 o'clock this morning. Now, it's a different crowd that are here now. It's starting to fill up with football fans, but when we got here this morning, it was full of Andy Murray fans, hoping beyond hope that this, his third Grand Slam final, would be third time lucky for him, but it just wasn't to be. And local people here are very disappointed, but also extremely proud of Andy Murray, and they say, remember, well, he didn't win. Well, he made it to the final, and he made it to the final this time last year, the same Australian Open final where we were all here then, and we'd all had our fingers crossed for a different outcome this time. Now, we've been told not to lose heart at all. Some of the greatest tennis players of our time, amongst them Andre Agassi, didn't win his first few shots at a Grand Slam. It happened for him later in the...
Ambulance just left, a fire truck just left, and there's a firefighter there right now, but everyone is out safely. We're live tonight.
Well, I will sue you, bitch!
It's out here for many reasons, and that's just one of the reasons.
Yeah, put that on the news. Ever put...
Lausch bleibt, wie er im Moment ist, und vor allen Dingen, dass er weiterhin aus südwestlichen Richtungen weht. Denn dann kann der Ebbstrom, der jetzt inzwischen eingesetzt hat, ungehindert in die Nordsee abfließen.
But something that you cannot prepare for, something that is so horrific, it's affected so many people, from those Oakland parents up to the strangers who felt compelled tonight in Walnut Creek to come together for the vigil.
We'll hopefully get confirmation either way in the next hour or so. Business still not completed here. Chris Houghton, the manager, still here on site at Carrow Road.
Parent company of Lehman Brothers filing for bankruptcy as the subsidiaries basically wind down or Lehman tries to sell them off. In addition, huge news.
Still fun to watch. Just stopped because of your reporting. Thank you so much for ruining the fun. Total, complete killjoy.
All right,
Something that's gone on for a decade and you've ruined it.
Okay.
Wow. Inside their homes, you heard from the mayor who said a number of people haven't left. That worries them, but at this point, if you haven't left, don't go out. You probably can't get out of Atlantic City anyway because the roads have become overwashed.
We have to eat these really fast because they're not going to stay frozen. And she didn't believe me. She said, no, it's cold. I said, it has to be 0 or ice cream won't stay cold. And lo and behold, it's so warm.
VDOT is asking folks to stay off the roads, and that helps them move along quicker here. But if you can take a look at the road here, obviously the buffoonery has returned.
Now, Coach Larry Drew said that adding Ramon Sessions here midway through the season, he said that could have come with some challenges, but he feels like it's been a smooth one, and he said that the two players really complement each other well, and that's been the big reason for their success.
And if you plan on coming down tomorrow, you can expect an even larger crowd. It's supposed to be the busiest night for FanFest tomorrow. Oh yeah, and of course, lots of people drinking down here. Can you tell?
A huge array of talent are going to be on stage, the likes of Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Robbie Williams, and then, of course, there's the man who's been the driving force behind it all, Gary Barlow. And earlier, my colleague Emily May.
Kia ora, good evening.
Very hairy tummy. She's like,
Who are you and where is he?
Thanks.
عودة للشأن المغربي حيث نظم أمس مرصد حماية.
Well,